Hi Virgo, welcome to October. You're probably not going to believe me, but this is the 6th time. Oh, did it get turned around? No. The 6th time I've tried to record a reading for October. You're either really confused about something, you're uncertain, you're worried, too much Mercury, right? Now, let's do an inner child reading because there's something going on here. What's your inner child? Knight of Wands. Cool. Present self. King of Cups. Awesome. Future self. 8 of Wands. Okay? I see that your present self and your future self are having a conversation with each other. It's very important what it is that you communicate, the energy that you put forth. Okay? I'm not going to pick at your ego this time. Not that I'm doing it, but I'm not going to use that. I want to know what your strength is during this time. 9 of Swords in the reverse. You see that? We'll take it. That's your strength. What's something that you can work on a little bit? Prince of Swords in the upright. A lot of people. 3 people thus far. And what's your outcome, Virgo? 7 of Cups in the reverse. I heard dang Skippy, we'll take that. We got the Lord on the bottom. It's Aries card. What's the Lord sitting on top of? On top of the world. Okay? I heard your inner child wants you to think about the future. Okay? This is actually the most positive feeling energy that I've had with recording all your readings. Okay, and again, this is the 6th time that I've attempted. It's lighter in my chest. So there's something about, well, you know, do you have to go over things 6 times in your mind before you actually feel better about it? How many times do you need to go over something in your mind before you're settled about it? Each of you, it's going to be a different number. It would be important for you to figure out. Okay? To help you know what your level of emotional capability is. Okay? Like, just what that degree is. Okay? Venus is going to be going to Scorpio. Mercury is also going to Scorpio. This is pretty intensive energy in the way of getting down to the deep bottom of the situation. Okay? Sorry, I always look at the wrong part of the camera. I need to like hang a shiny thing like a crow or something. It blends in, you know? Now, your future self is trying to tell you also to be emotionally centered during this time. I heard don't fake the funk. You can't anyway. You don't know how. It'll show all over your face in a hot second. Sorry. He's actually, your future self is actually going like up, like to the top of the mountain. We have a princess, which is a page. These are the, this is the little student. Somebody's really excited about like learning and growing. You know, it's like the root chakra and the heart chakra. You know, I love her sweet little face. I don't know if you can see that. Just so much contemplation, you know, and appreciation and not, you know, it's kind of, you know, the sun setting. She's not afraid. They're not afraid. So I guess your future self wants you to take note of all it is that you've learned. I see I actually heard something about like 3 years. But I know that might be a long list for a lot of you. So maybe just gander back. What comes to mind? What kind of, this is an environment too, you know, like physical. What has happened in the physical world that's different? That what you gained for knowledge has completely changed where it is that you are now. That's important. Okay. There's some sort, this Five of Swords keeps showing itself, okay? I want you to know that this can be just petty arguments with other people about the details of something. I heard don't worry about it right now. Don't even make it a topic. It's also, I heard button pushing. Now, whether you're doing that to yourself, someone's doing that to you, you're doing it to someone else, whatever, I heard just don't. It's a waste of time and energy. You need to focus on, because this is, your future self is also saying, what do you want to learn now? What do you need, I actually heard, what do you need to learn about? What do you need? And it sits below a king, with your challenge being a knight. So I heard there's no need for self-diminishing because of wherever you're at and whatever extra you have to learn or grow. If you have more to learn, wonderful. It means you're alive. You know what I mean? Don't try to, because your inner child too is like, let's go, let's do it all right now, let's figure it out, we'll do, go. But it does, goes, and I know it wants to succeed, right? I feel like your inner child is really driven when it's happy and feels powerful and empowered and safe and loved. Like, basically this is like the kid that just left mom's house with like a full belly and then is like, oh, now I'm gonna go on a little adventure by myself. You know, it's like a cool summer afternoon or early evening. You know, it's not thinking about, it's not leaving in the middle of winter, you know, with nothing and starving and all this. No, you're fine. You're fine. I like that your strength is the Nine of Swords. That's very, well, I heard brave. It also shows that you have the ability to overcome your inner worry about something, and again I heard all the details of something, and then I heard slow your roll. Slow your roll, things take time, right? I see if you start putting in the work to something now, hold on. There's a lot of insects here, I'm just checking. It's so interesting, your present self and your future self are having conversation. But I also feel like, and it's interesting, I was looking here and I was thinking about like how a lot of the signs over the last few months hasn't been very money oriented. It's more about the internal work, like how we're feeling, how we're doing, you know, what we're working through, because obviously that's reflective of everything else. I see that if you are concerned about finances in any way, shape, or form, not to be. You go from the princess to the king, and this also shows me something long term. Okay, something. Whoa, did you see that? Nice. This Six of Wands is right beneath. Can you see? These are a little, there we go. The Six of Wands did a little twisty-do. A twisty-do? What's that? Right on top of this Nine of Wands, or Nine of Swords, rather. Good. So, again, don't worry. Don't worry. Please. Okay, the energy of whoever's birth month is, I think we talked about this last month for those of you here. Whoever's birthday it is, that's how everyone feels. Okay? Libra's main message, and it's a really good message, but specifically during this time, and of course that energy will be transferred over to you and every other zodiac sign, is please be less concerned about what could be and more concerned about what is. Right now, right here, right now, just be present in that. You know, it's okay to think about the future, put like your mental space there, but wherever you are, physically, energetically, mentally, be here, okay? Don't go too far either way, you know, just center. And center, enter, right? We talked about this, center, enter. Awesome. Wow. That's really powerful. I mean, the thing is, Virgo, look, Empress in the Hermit here, your card, with the star underneath that. What that shows me is that you're really growing in who it is that you are. You know? I see next spring is really important. This is like, you know, fall to spring. Which is also interesting because fall right now, autumn equinox, is Libra season, which is ruled by Venus. And then, well, the next, there's, well, then we go Aries, right? And go to the other side. The spring equinox. Just a minute. You know, it's neat, that little bug, I don't know if you can hear it, or it sounds like an insect, where it's like, that one. It sounds like a beetle, or like crickets when they like rub their legs together, but it's not, it's a frog. Isn't that adorable? That one. Cutest thing ever. They're like this big, and they have like little webbed, I don't know why I want to share that for you, but it's just so cute. They're just like little, and they make a big sound, but they're really little. Look, I just split the deck and it's the Fool. You don't need to be afraid of nothing. Okay? There's not any worry for it. You know, everybody else was during the day too. Maybe I needed to do this at night. You know, to show you that the shadow, that the other side of... Oh! Except for this huge fucking insects. I mean, it's not going to kill me. It was just tickly, but... The point is that there's a side, there's a different side to everything, and, you know, it's so important to... Whoa. Sorry. I hope I didn't hurt that insect. Oh, I got scared. Are you okay? Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, you know, I feel like sometimes you gotta say, like, talk to your inner child like that. You know, when Virgo uses the soft voice, you know, and I'm not talking about anybody being a soy boy, okay? I'm just talking about, like, just the softer voice, you know? When Virgo wants to be stern, they can be very stern, okay? But when you want to be softer, and when you're really present is when your voice becomes softer. I think when you, because that happens with anyone, right? When we, our voice fluctuates, or the pauses between when we're speaking and things like this. And I know that you're aware of this. Depends what else is in your chart, you know, but the point is that you'd be aware, I heard you'd be aware of whether it's positive or not. And you just want to really make sure in Libra time that, again, you're focusing on what is versus what could be. Any kind of worry, just squash it, okay? Because God never lets us fall, right? I mean, yeah, maybe we scrape our knee, but we're always going to have enough, okay? It's always going to balance out. It always does. Okie dokie. Look at that. Split to the bottom. Star. What's underneath that? Two of Cups. Boom. Love yourself. Be excited for this newness that's here. This new moment, just now. Nothing spectacular has to necessarily, quote unquote, has to happen in this very moment to be ever lovingly present and appreciative, you know? Maybe it was a daddy long leg. There's a lot of those. I don't mind if I can see them, but if they crawl on me and I don't know, then it's a little creepy. There's some spiders here that are, it's not that they're unfriendly, but they're intense. They're a little intimidating. Look, also that marooned life, wherever you were on that island, feeling all stuck about whatever it was, you don't have to. You can just decide to not give that any energy or karma, or like that karmic debt is no longer yours. I mean, each of you will know what I'm talking about if it's relevant. Okay. I'm not saying that if you owe it, if you owe it, you owe it. If you don't, and you know what I'm talking about, then just, it's that old story. You just cut it out and love on now and be centered as possible. Okay? In Libra season. There's a new moon in Libra and a full moon in Taurus. The beginning and the end of the month. Like every month. Take care. Peace.